Life sometimes brings difficult challenges, even making you feel stuck and confused. But in such situations, instead of being immersed in anxiety, you need to change your way of thinking to find a way out. The following ways of thinking not only help you overcome the crisis, but can also be a lifesaver for your life. Discover and apply them to change your life in a more positive direction. 1. Reverse thinking. If you do not want to become a mediocre person, caught up in the general flow of society, you need to practice thinking opposite to the usual way of thinking. Reverse thinking does not mean that you do the opposite of everything just to be different, but it is the ability to look at problems from a new perspective, not following the beaten path that others often think. This way of thinking gives you unique, creative ideas and can help solve problems differently, which most people cannot think of. Some difficult problems in life can only be solved when you have the ability to think in reverse. When faced with a challenge, instead of worrying or despairing, you need to ask yourself, is there another way to look at and solve this problem? People with reverse thinking will not let themselves be dominated by traditional ways of thinking, but they always find ways to turn challenges into opportunities. It is this difference in thinking that has helped many people successfully overcome difficulties that seem insurmountable. For example, when you are in debt and feel so desperate that you want to give up, even have negative thoughts like forgetting everything or giving up on life, try looking at the problem in a different way. Instead of thinking that you are in a dead end, ask yourself, if I can borrow such a large amount of money, why can't I earn more to pay off the debt? This is reverse thinking, turning fear and pressure into motivation to move forward. Think that if you have the ability to borrow a large amount of money, then you are not an ordinary person. Money is inherently impermanent, sometimes there, sometimes not. But the important thing is that you know how to manage and use it effectively. For successful people, debt is not an unbearable burden, but an opportunity for them to learn how to manage finances and find new directions. Once you succeed, all previous debts will become less scary. After all, everyone has to go through a period of borrowing money, especially in business. Rich people are never afraid of debt. They see it as a lever for financial development. Remember, the most important thing is not how much debt you have, but whether you are willing to face it and solve it. Instead of avoiding it, be brave enough to face your debt and find a way to overcome it. Every time you overcome a challenge, you will become many times stronger. The ability to face difficulties, to think contrary to what people often think, is the key factor to help you succeed. Overcoming the limits that you think you cannot overcome, you will discover your inner strength, something you may have never realized before. Moreover, reverse thinking is not only a method to solve financial problems, but also a way of life that helps you progress in all areas. Reverse thinking brings flexibility in thinking, helps you look at situations from many different angles, and is not bound by a rigid way of thinking. It helps you become more creative and increases your ability to make smart and quick decisions in emergency situations. Inverted thinking not only helps you see new possibilities, but also opens up opportunities that others may miss. In business, people with inverted thinking always have an advantage because they do not just follow the beaten path, but also find new ways to develop their business. They do not hesitate to change strategies, apply new technologies, or try bold ideas that others think are not feasible. 2. Borrowing thinking. Only by using your strengths to compensate for your weaknesses can you achieve mutual benefits. For example, if you use your bare hands to turn the axle of a car, you may encounter difficulties. But if you use a supporting tool, everything will become simple. The scientist Archimedes once said, "Give me a fulcrum, and I will move the earth." That is borrowing thinking. If you want to achieve something, this cannot be done if you rely only on yourself, without using the resources around you. The world around you is always full of opportunities and resources that can be borrowed. Human relationships are a valuable form of resource. If you know how to use relationships skillfully, you will quickly overcome difficulties and reach new heights. Therefore, keep a humble attitude and make an effort to handle personal relationships. One of your friends may become your benefactor in the future. There is a saying, many friends will open up many opportunities. Many enemies will push you into a corner. Do many bad things, one day you will receive retribution. 3. Everything is born to serve you. In life, there are times when you fall into difficult situations, feel pressured, and everything seems hopeless. However, instead of letting negative emotions dominate, change your mindset and proactively see that everything around you is born to serve you. This means that every challenge, difficulty, or obstacle can be seen as an opportunity for you to grow and learn. When you realize that difficulties are not a bad thing, but an opportunity to improve, you will no longer feel overwhelmed by pressure, but will grow beyond them, surpassing your own limits. This change will not only help you overcome difficult situations, but also open new doors in life. Every challenge is a valuable lesson, helping you discover potential strengths that you may not have realized before. You may discover that you have an amazing ability to fight, persevere, and be creative in the face of difficult situations. When you change the way you look at a problem, an obstacle can become a lever for you to move forward, not only in your career but also in your relationships and personal life. Remember, everything happens in life for a reason, and how you choose to respond to them will determine your success. If you see difficulties as your companion, you will be motivated to find creative solutions and solve problems effectively. Being proactive in your thinking helps you turn challenges into opportunities to rise, develop, and assert yourself. In short, when you realize that everything is born to serve you, you will not only change your perspective on life, but also find the inner strength to face all difficulties. This will not only help you overcome challenges, but also help you become a better version of yourself, with a broader vision and a resilient spirit. 4. The shortest path is found under pressure. When you are under pressure, your mind is often stimulated to find smarter and more effective solutions. In stressful situations, you no longer have time for trivial details and will automatically focus on what is really important. Pressure helps you eliminate unnecessary things and forces you to look at the problem from a different perspective. Overcoming the fear and pressure you are under is the shortest path to success. Just like when you draw a straight line, a straight path is the fastest way to reach your destination. Pressure often forces you to make quick and accurate decisions. In such situations, you will learn how to find the most optimal solution to solve the problem effectively. This will not only help you overcome current difficulties, but also train your decision-making skills in the future. Pressure also encourages you to tap into your potential, allowing you to develop abilities that you may not have realized. Successful people often experience pressure, but they know how to use it to create motivation, not only to survive, but also to grow. Furthermore, pressure can help you better define your goals and priorities in life. When you are pushed into difficult situations, you will easily realize what is really important and necessary to achieve your goals. This helps you rearrange your priorities, focus on the core things, and eliminate activities that do not bring real value. Pressure also helps you develop patience and perseverance, important qualities needed to overcome any challenge. In short, pressure is not an enemy, but can be a powerful ally if you know how to use it. When faced with pressure, consider it an opportunity to grow, discover your abilities, and find optimal solutions. Difficult times are when you can rise up strongly and affirm your value, and it is pressure that will lead you to the shortest path to success. 5. There is no need to fear the green mountains without firewood. In the end, everyone will die. Money is just a means, a tool, not the most valuable thing in life. When the rich die, they cannot take their assets with them. Therefore, do not let money become a burden that makes you suffer or even trade your life. Life is much more valuable than material wealth. When you realize that money is just a human game, you will have a lighter view of life and the difficulties ahead. 6. Altruism to succeed. People with high intelligence often choose to give up personal interests when facing conflicts, putting the interests of others first. When they help others, they will also receive help in return. In the end, they themselves will become the biggest beneficiaries. That's how visionaries act. All successful people have a common mindset of kindness and altruism. This mysterious power not only helps them attract wealth, but also builds lasting relationships and supports long-term development. If you want to become a successful person, start with an altruistic mindset. Kind, altruistic people will always think of countless ways to impress and build good relationships with others. On the contrary, selfish people will eventually ruin all relationships and destroy their own rice bowl. Remember, life is not only about ourselves, but also about how we interact with the world around us. People who know how to give and help others will always receive good things in return. And those good things will be the key to open the door to success in the future. When you are in debt and feel hopeless, remember that positive and creative thinking can help you overcome any difficulty. The right thoughts can turn pressure into an opportunity to develop and discover your own hidden strength. Always see challenges as a stepping stone for you to go further, and do not hesitate to seek support from those around you. Every difficulty can be a valuable lesson, and you will be the one to write your own success story. Thank you for watching this content. Leave a comment with your views on the above thoughts, and don't forget to follow the channel to update more useful information. See you in the next videos.